Well, folks, here we have it. Jupiter is now in Taurus. It's May 1st, and he's just crossed over from his transit in Aries, and he'll be in earthy Taurus for the next year or so. I'm going to be talking about this today. I'll be going into the nature of Jupiter and also the nature of Taurus. And again, I also have a free web class where you can get a very deep dive into this transit, which also includes a lot of dates for the last time that Jupiter went through Taurus, so check it out. Please like the video. Clicking like helps a lot more than you know. It pushes the video higher in relevant video searches. Also, please leave a nice comment. Comments also help more than you know as it raises the video in searches. Many times with hundreds of likes, there are only a dozen comments and they can be disproportionately negative. So be positive. Let me know if you like this. Even just a few words really helps. So subscribe, ring the bell to get notified of upcoming videos. So Jupiter is the planet of inspiration and purpose, but it's very important to understand because it's the inspiration and purpose that is beyond this earth. You know, we get it all kind of jumbled in our head. We're like, oh yeah, my relationship inspires me. My travel. Actually, travel is one thing that's inspiring, but this happy thing I want to do in the world is the kind of thing that I like. And we put things in gross categories like, oh yeah, this is a good thing that I like. And particularly interpersonal relationships, which is more the domain of Venus, we also kind of conflate with Jupiter. And Jupiter is a different energy, okay? Because he's really about these otherworldly things, these things that give us inspiration and hope and purpose beyond just this world. In the highest sense, his Sanskrit name is Guru, which are the great teachings that transcend, like, for example, our boyfriend or something, or our, happiness in the moment, for example, or even things like our money, like making money, being happy in the world, worldly comforts. We like those things, but they're not Jupiter things. Because think about it, we can get just as trapped and caught in those worldly things. They're not really higher purpose things. And I even just said we can get trapped in those happy things, comfort things. We, our soul, not your body and emotions, because your body and emotions are the thing that likes all of that worldly comfort. Venus things, your body and your emotions love it. Your emotions and your body loves the Venus stuff. Can't get enough of it, in fact. But you are not just your body and your emotions. Your soul, that which preceded this incarnation, that which comes from Akash or space, that which comes from something non-substantial or emotional, is elevated and looking for transcendence and liberation. These are Jupiter things. Jupiter, again, that's what guru is. It's not guru like going to college. We have misappropriated all these Indian terms, right? It's the source of knowledge and wisdom itself. So Jupiter is looking on that level for higher purpose, higher meaning. And again, we can get very stuck, particularly in a materialist culture, into thinking that, yes, the meaning of my life is to be comfortable and happy, make a lot of money, have a partner. That's the meaning of life. Again, even to hear me say it, you're like, yeah, well, why are you making it so terrible? Yeah, that is kind of the meaning, right? That's kind of it. Actually, it's kind of not. And the more you understand this, the more and the quicker, then the quicker you'll really start to connect with Jupiter and guru teachings. For example, does having all of that stuff necessarily make you feel connected to higher purpose and inspiration? Inspiration is Jupiter. things that inspire you. Think of, for example, your children, how much you love them and how that inspires you to something bigger. Let's say you're creating something and how it connects you with something bigger. If it were just about money and comfort and success, then the more money you have and the more comfort you have, the more inspired and connected to purpose you would be. But we know that's not true. The problem is that if we don't feel like we've finished those karmas, then we can project, oh yes, once I find this relationship, that's going to be the purpose. So we project a lot of Jupiter meaning and inspiration onto things of the world, and then we get disappointed. So this is a big kind of thing with Jupiter going into Taurus, because Jupiter is that quest for meaning. And again, in the free web class that I'm doing, these are screenshots that I actually go over, right? These three are the three main ones. I talk about Jupiter in great detail, right? And I talk about Jupiter as that joy of knowledge, that sattvic, elevated teachings. Again, the world is rajasic, full of passion, and tamasic, full of form. Rajasic is emotion, tamasic is form. Jupiter is sattvic, which is transcendent, authentically spiritual, not just feeling good and mistaking that for being spiritual, not just being happy and saying, oh yes, spiritual when I'm happy. No, that's emotional. Spiritual is often a challenge. Those Jupiter teachings, great teachings and great gurus will often shake us up. That doesn't necessarily make us happy in the moment. Eventually, we feel good about it. We feel uplifted and inspired. But this is a very different thing. And so the tension and stress between Jupiter and the ruler of Taurus, Venus, which again, you can see Taurus is fixed. It's earth, very much in the body. It's Rajasic, which is emotional. It's ruled by Venus, which again is about worldly comfort, pleasure, happiness. There's a sort of collision of purpose here that we really need to navigate with Jupiter in Taurus for the next year. Now, there are points of convergence, but again, to say them is one thing, to do them is another. There's a reason why planets have a natural tendency and what's called dignity in certain signs, because those qualities of Taurus and those qualities of Venus really disrupt what Jupiter is trying to do. And again, this is one of the things in Vedic astrology, especially, that is not really explained very well or even understood very well, even by famous Vedic astrologers. This is one of those things that's very easy to kind of like poo-poo, like, well, but it's Jupiter and Taurus. It's good stuff, right? We like our family. We like this. And Jupiter, we love the kids. It's like children, right? And we just want to pretend that the tension isn't there. But I bet pretty much every relationship you've ever left was because of a Jupiter issue. Very simple, because we're just not on the same path. Or how easy would it be for you? You're very attracted to them. All the Venus stuff is there. There's comfort. You like them. But let's just say you're quite religious and they're completely different. Or you're into this way of seeing the world. Your philosophies and principles, Jupiter, are very different than theirs. You still think they're a great person. And again, there's all the Venus stuff there. You like them. There's attraction. There's even the capacity to build all that Venus stuff, right? Even your values can be quite similar, but you're just in different worlds. Your philosophies, your approach to spirituality, like authentic spirit and purpose, is not the same. That'll end it, right? And so Jupiter stuff is usually quite transformative and needs to evolve and develop in that way. By the way, we also need to evolve and develop our relationship with the Venus stuff and the Taurus stuff. And that's what I spend an hour talking about in this web class. I talk about how these things can evolve, because again, it is possible, like I say, not just possible, but it's certainly within our grasp, and in fact even somewhat mandatory with Jupiter in Taurus to bring those teachings into those daily habits and routines. And again, that's what we need to be doing, right? In this, just a kind of snapshot version of it. But again, it's very easy because, to get pulled down into the psychological pleasure cycle of Taurus. Because again, it's everything in the world, our body, other people, are trying to pull us out of that transcendent realm. And again, Jupiter through Aries has been very fired up about our philosophies the last year or so. Going into Taurus, it's much more physical, sensual. That sensuality, again, can bring us down. So again, very important to get deeper insight into this very transcendent shift for the next year. And again, I also go over a lot of dates, a lot on the case studies, so you can see even culturally a lot of things that happened. Last time it happened was in end of 2012. We had an election at that time. A whole bunch of things happened back then as well. Talk about some of that, but it's mostly about how you can navigate these issues. So you can just go to jupiterwebinar.com. You get a pop-up here. You can select either watch the instant replay, watch it right now, or get your schedule a time to sit down and watch it. Take an hour to really watch this web class. And again, it really also shows, I didn't mention yet, but what this Jupiter through Taurus means for you and your sign. Because again, the sign of Taurus is going to fall somewhere for you. If you're Scorpio, it's your 7th house, right? If you're Leo, it's your 10th house. If you're Capricorn, it's your 5th house. This is all totally different. If you're Gemini like me, it's your 12th house. Very different, right? And Jupiter is different. It's a different ruler. So these things are incredibly important. Jupiter in its evolution as seen through the shift of Aries to Taurus. What does that mean for you collectively and personally? Jupiter and Taurus historically. What's next for the world? Jupiter also be casting aspects on other signs. Do you have planets there? What does it mean for your health, career, relationships? What does it mean when Jupiter goes over your natal planets? So again, these are what I cover in the web class, but whether you go there or not, I hope this was helpful to understand this situation between Jupiter and that abstract thinking mind and our inspirations, and Taurus, which actually brings all of that down into very sensual, worldly experiences. And again, it's one thing to say, oh yeah, we'll just inculcate and our spirituality into our life. But it's not so easy. Beneath this video, you see there's a join button and a subscribe button. Of course, subscribe to the channel, but when you click join, you're going to get access to the fastest growing Vedic astrology community on YouTube. You can see daily forecasts, weekly forecasts, and a lot of special videos that the members get. Again, it's very easy. All you do is you click join beneath the video. Most people get the Oracle 5D avatar level. It's less than $1 a day. You can stay connected. Tons of free videos that you get now, but also each week. Again, you can see all of the videos that you get where I do a Vedic forecast, a regular forecast, members only content. But again, it's very easy. Just click join and the pop-up comes. You select your level. Again, most people get the 5D avatar. Less than $1 a day. You get access to daily forecasts, monthly forecasts based on your sign. People love it, and I bet you will too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.